Good morning. My name is Aamer Anwar, and this is a statement on behalf of the family of Sheku Bayoh prior to the start of the public inquiry. I am the solicitor for the Sheku Bayoh family, and present with me at the top table are Sheku's sisters, Khadijatu Johnson, Adama Jalu, Kozna Bayoh, and also Sheku's mother, Aminata Bayoh. I'm making this statement on their behalf, and also Colette Bell, Sheku's partner, and the mother of his youngest child, Isaac. Following this statement, the family will go outside to meet with those attending for the vigil. At 9:30 a.m., the family will then go into the inquiry building. The statement is as follows. 7 years and 7 days after Sheku Bayoh met his death in police custody, the public inquiry will begin later this morning. Sheku's family will pay tribute to a much-loved son, brother, uncle, friend, partner to Colette, and father to his 2 boys, Tyler and Isaac. This public inquiry would never have happened had it not been for the courage and perseverance of Sheku's loved ones, who have refused to walk away, to be silenced, to be bullied or patronized. This inquiry is testament to their desire to seek the truth and ensure Sheku is never forgotten. Over the years, it has become clear to the family that the police, the PERC, and the Crown Office has operated an unholy trinity of dishonesty, racism, and incompetence, betraying the word justice. Khadi Johnson has no doubt that the way Sheku or her family were treated by the justice system would not have happened if Sheku had been white. Their treatment was compounded by repeated attacks from those who remain in childlike denial about the existence of racism in policing today. Khadi has described Sheku as Scotland's George Floyd, but taking the knee and Black Lives Matter will mean nothing if Scotland fails to support justice for Sheku. Unlike George Floyd, it wasn't 1 police officer restraining Sheku, but at least 7 police officers. And unlike George Floyd's case, no police officer has ever faced trial for Sheku's death in custody. When the police arrived, Sheku was unarmed, he had no knife, nor was one ever found on him, yet he was the one who was instantly met with CS spray, pava spray and batons. In less than 50 seconds of the first police officers arriving, Sheku Bayoh was brought to the ground. He was handcuffed, restrained with leg and ankle cuffs, and would never get up again, losing consciousness and dying. As Khadi said, when they put her brother's lifeless body into the ambulance, he was still shackled like a slave, with over 24 separate injuries, cuts, lacerations, bruises, and a broken rib. Within minutes, the process of criminalizing, smearing, and stereotyping began to enforce an image of a mad and dangerous black man wielding a knife with stereotypical characteristics of extraordinary strength in an attempt to blame Sheku for his own death, but he was unarmed and he never deserved to die. Sheku was only 5 foot 10 inches, weighing 12 stone 10 pounds, that is 80 kilograms, but the officers involved in restraining him on the ground weighed around a total of 100 stones, that is 636 kilograms. Those officers on their return to Kirkcaldy Police Office were allowed to sit in one room together for several hours whilst they refused to provide statements to the Police Investigations and Review Commissioner, the PERC, and they failed to do so for 32 days. The family placed their trust in the PERC's investigation and for the Crown Office to deliver justice. But that trust was betrayed when 5 years later they were told by the then Lord Advocate that not a single officer or Police of Scotland would face charges despite the evidence that the family had seen. Police officers had requested undertakings at this hearing that evidence that they gave in the inquiry would not be used against them in any future prosecution. This was refused by the Solicitor General. There should be no impunity for those found to be involved in any criminality, misconduct or impropriety. As for the 9 officers, retired PC Alan Payton, retired PC Nicole Short, PCs Ashley Tomlinson, Craig Walker, Daniel Gibson, Kaylee Good, Sergeant Scott Maxwell, James McDonough and Alan Smith, the families say if these officers have nothing to hide, then they have nothing to fear from coming openly and giving full and frank testimony to the inquiry. Sheku Bayoh's family have waited a very long time to hear the truth, and that is the very least that they are entitled to. We are always told that justice is colorblind, but this inquiry must not be blind to the issue of color, because although Sheku was unarmed, his family believe his skin color was treated as a weapon as he met overwhelming force. Sheku's loved ones demand that this public inquiry delivers the truth, is fearless and impartial. But in the end, the real test of this inquiry will not be the sympathy expressed for a family who have conducted themselves throughout with utmost dignity, but whether the country acts to ensure that real change takes place in an unaccountable, all-powerful justice system. This inquiry must be prepared to go where no inquiry has gone before. Whilst for some it has been easy to scapegoat Police Scotland, for the family the ultimate betrayal was at the hands of the Perk and the Crown Office. I want to conclude by saying Sheku's mother's Amanata's words. The Amanata Bayoh says she wants people to think of her only son not as a man who died following a struggle with police. She wants people to remember him as a bright young man who any parent would have been proud of. He was a wonderful son, a wonderful brother, uncle, friend and loving partner to Colette, and a shining example of what any child would want in a father. Sadly, Sheku is not by any means the first man to die in police custody, but if anything, I hope that his name does not fade from memory and that one day the name of Sheku Bayoh leaves us a legacy that his children can be proud of. Thank you.